Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. With our night stream. I've been working on this character a little bit today, so we've done a few things here and there, hoping to improve in just a lot of different areas as we kind of shift our focus around. But yeah, I'm going to continue doing that, and hopefully check off a lot of stuff off the list that I've made here. But welcome guys, as you're popping in. Glad to have you here, and hopefully I can get a lot done tonight. And I hope that you guys can get something done tonight as well if you're, you know, working on your own characters or projects, whatever you got going on. I have a huge list here of not even everything that I want to look at, just the things that I've noticed here lately. I've been working on the hair a little bit, and I kind of want to start splitting that up additionally from this point. Particularly the ponytail. Try to find some ways in which I can do this. So a technique that I did earlier with the cloth down here, I'm gonna try to replicate that for our hair and see if I can get some actual strips of geometry that I can extrude and thicken from there. So I've never actually done this with hair before, but I have a feeling it should work. It works exactly the same. It's the exact same idea. So as long as we don't, you know, really screw up, we should be fine. So I'm essentially going to polygroup some of these, and I'm cutting off the caps because it's going to be very important for creating these extrusions, just to make sure that they end at a nice place, and then I can give that plane some thickness. So I think I'm just going to kind of group them like this and go through some of these and try to see what I can do. Like I said, I've never done it this way before, so we're gonna give it a shot. I'm just using my Z modeler brush and holding the Alt key over a face, and that creates a little mask for it. So then from here I would take something like this and make sure I'm doing this on the inner side. So I have to have double turned on in my display properties for that. And I guess extrude, and we will do single poly. We'll do the same thing. This time on the other side though. Just do a little extrusion here. And have some thickness to work with. And let's go ahead and do this a few more times and try to figure out. I'm going to try to do some different lengths for some of these pieces, so actually before I add that thickness there, I should take that into consideration. So I think I'm going to make this piece a little bit thicker here, or a little bit shorter, sorry. And I want this outer piece to be the shortest and possibly thickest. Now I'm not going to do this for the entire piece here because I would like to keep that base tube hair that I have on the underside, and then from there, you know, extract that geometry underneath. So I'm just going to carry that all the way down and just polygroup that. And split that off. And we'll make this piece even shorter still. And I want to try to do an extrusion on all polys here. All quads. We'll try that. See if this works. As long as it doesn't go the opposite direction, I think we're okay. So I'm fine with that. Same here. I'll be doing some creasing to those edges in an attempt to make that look a little bit better. And let's see. You can even duplicate a few of these, play around with that. I think this is a pretty interesting way to work here. So, like I said, I've never tried it, but I have good feelings about it. And if this is something that works out really well, maybe I'll make a tutorial about it. I don't think this would be very effective for a lot of hair, though. So, unfortunately, it would just kind of take a really long time to do something like this for a lot of hair. And I don't think it's really worth that. But for me, just doing a little ponytail here, and I'm trying to get something really, really clean, I think we're gonna hit the mark for sure. Ooh, excuse me. ZBrush cannot quick save when you have something stuck on the canvas. I think it's an actual replicatable bug, so that's good news. Cannot quick save when anything is dropped to your canvas. Luckily, we got a recovered tool. But yeah, I should probably report that. I would think that they're aware of it, because that's something that happens so often, I'm sure. Either way, though, I think we should. Just make sure that the info gets out. So I was thinking of attempting to crease some of these edges in here. Get some nice hard edges and start playing with these. Try to create some different shapes. I really want to try to taper these a little bit better, like this. I want these to exist, again, on top of this piece of geometry. So, for that to work, I'm going to have to do some tweaking here and possibly just inflate all of these. And I'm not really sure if that's going to work the way I want, but at such a low polygon count, it just might. Usually inflate is pretty akin to scale when we operate at such a low poly count as this. I'm going to try that and hope it works. So deformation, inflate. A little strange. Very important to know. A little bit of a weird thing going on there. If I turn off double, you'll see that some of these have their normals flipped. I'm going to take the ones that do not have their normals flipped. Oh, maybe they all do. A little hard to tell. They all do. Alright, so we'll just click flip. Now our normals are facing the correct way. Turn double back on since I know that's correct. I like to keep double on pretty much all the time. And now if I inflate this, it will inflate in the correct direction. Very nice. Alright. So a little bit of inflate in there, just to try to get some of those over top of our initial mesh. And there's a great deal of overlap happening in here. I'm not sure, maybe we can try scaling. Scaling really is just going to scale along the central axes there, which is fine. I'll just have to reposition my geometry after doing that. Try to get that to line up again. So inflate gives us a little bit of some weird interactions, and scaling is just a little bit harder to line up properly. The other option is to just come through, individually grab a piece of geometry, click on a normal, and yoink it out a little bit, and see if we can maybe make this work. Immortal, what's going on? Welcome back, dude. Just kind of chilling and working on the hair right now. A little bit. Working from 4 a.m., giving day and night to my Incredibles character. Sounds like fun. I wish you luck on your Mr. Fantastic. Or Mr. Incredible, I guess. Would be a little bit more accurate. Spychar, hey! Let's see here. How to make only eye shine. I put toy plastic texture, but it applied on the character. You have to actually apply it to the mesh that you want. So if you look over on the sidebar, well, first of all, I'll just say this. If you want more information, if you go on my YouTube channel and go to the playlist, there's a playlist called How to ZBrush, and there's one that talks about texturing and applying materials. So go check that out for a little bit more information, but the Spark Notes version is that you have a little paintbrush icon over here that toggles material and color on that subtool. So if I select my eye, you see that none of these subtools have their paintbrush on. None of them have it toggled. And that means that whatever material I select, they will show that material. And whatever color I select, they will show that color. So what you want to do is apply the color and material, and when you do that, the paintbrush icon will turn on and make sure that it's visible. So select your eye, select a white color, select the toy plastic material, go to any brush and turn on mRGB. It's a combination of RGB and M up here. This is the material channel, the color channel, and the material and color channel. So selecting both of those, all I have to do is click Fill Object. When I click Fill Object, you see that the paintbrush icon here turns on. I'll undo and redo so you can see that toggling on and off. And then from there I can switch to any material, and because this paintbrush is still selected on this, what material I select doesn't affect that one there. And if I move my light around, you can see that there is still the toy plastic material here, and you can see that little reflection on the eyes, even though it's not on the rest of my material here. So that is how you do it real fast. But I would recommend checking out that How to ZBrush series. Check out that painting and texturing for some tips and little tricks and stuff that I've just kind of learned over the years, and hopefully that'll help you out in that area. Thyrude, welcome to the stream. Says, what career do you study? Obviously, ZBrush. It is my career that I participate in. Not just study, but yes, study is also very important. I'm not a student, if that's what you're asking. But you know, once a student, always a student. Working now? If you're stuck at any point, you'll ask. Yeah, feel free to, man. That's why I stream. Hang out with you guys and have opportunities to answer some questions along the way. Ooh. I'll have to play with the hair more. The ponytail more. I want to look at the hair on the head for a little bit. Hide this garbage. Placeholder. I'm just gonna delete it. I'll re-import it if I need it, but I have a feeling I won't. think that was a Kirby Falcon Punch there. It is freezing cold in my room right now. I am doing a dark character for the dark side of the Art War competition, Thyrod. Trying to do something along the lines of like Little Red Riding Hood, or essentially a character that's cute and unassuming, but also dangerous. So I'm taking inspiration from like Little Red Riding Hood, Ruby Rose from the show Ruby, Rory Mercury from the show Gate, a few others as well. It's the basic few though. Trying to get something really clean here, but really trying not to overdo it as well. This song is played like 3 times in the past 30 minutes. There's how many tracks? There's 123 tracks in this playlist. How is that even possible? Maybe not 3 times, but I've heard this song a lot lately. Keeps playing the few that I've thumbed up multiple times in a row. And I'm starting to think that maybe that was a mistake. This might be the weird one as well. think it is, actually. Listen. Don't understand. I think it's, it sounds like Goofy. We're gonna skip this one, then. Defiance, 12 feet deep. Maybe slide our ponytail down a little bit. Or move our hair up. Just give it like a tweak, like that. Trying to decide if I want to split these off now that I've figured out the direction I want them to go. Might be able to get some really clean subtools by doing that, but I don't know if it's worth it. really want this to be as clean as I can possibly get it, and if that means taking some time to split these after figuring out the flow of the shape a little bit better, it might be worth it. So we can at least do a quick little experiment. If this will Dynamesh. We can do a quick little experiment. This might crash, and see if it's worth doing. Oh my god. That blows. A lot. Let's see. I guess it's not the end of the world since we still have this piece. Oh, alright. After that crash, we're gonna have to take some time to clean up a lot here real quick. Get back to where we were. It sucks, but it happens. And I don't think that Dynamesh was gonna complete anytime soon. Honestly, it was probably for the best since we moved our hair, and I didn't really look at the silhouette after that anyway, so not the end of the world, like I said. It's still frustrating. We have to deal with that, but make the best of it and try to do a better job here. just had a really stupid and annoying crash. We're trying to get back to where we were. So we can maybe attempt to get these into different segments, sections, split up. I don't know if I want to do that though. I was going to do a quick experiment to try it out, and that's when ZBrush said, fuck you, we're going to crash. You look like you need a real good crash, sir. Cut in there is really weak, but it won't matter if I actually do this the way that I was thinking. Quick save at this point. Not that it really matters. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. So let's see. Okay, so that Dynamesh works. Let's try this. So I want to keep polygroups here on these sides. If I can show you those. That one's a little screwed up there in the back, and that thin piece is going to actually cause a lot of problems. I can't really cut all the way through the back though. So we'll have to be creative here and come up with a solution. Lots of garbage. We'll try to make it work. I'm trying really hard to retain these poly groups here. I'm gonna need them. Why won't this time work? Come on. I'm gonna need them to create the the additional forms of my geometry once I Z-remesh this. That's not what we want. Farther down we go, the more convoluted it becomes. Farther down this split chain. This one's not going to turn out so well. So let's toggle these all back on. Guess let's start with one and see how this does. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely get a lot cleaner separations here between pieces of geometry. As you can see. Might be able to work with these. 2, 3, 4. The more I try to clean these up, though, the worse they're gonna kind of deform and everything else. Yeah, I've done this before. It's just that this is so dirty and screwed up here. I don't know if it's really worth the effort to clean that up. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's always nice to have cleaned up pieces of geometry, but if it's not going to hold its form enough, once I begin, you know, cleaning it up further from here, it really starts to lose its form pretty quickly. Ow. Alright. I'll mess with this more later. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good place to stop for now. And I'll hit this in the morning and play with it later. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. But I'm tired, so I'm gonna hit the hay. And you guys should do the same if it's nighttime where you are. If it's not, then I guess don't hit the hay. But thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream. Come hang out in the morning stream, or I don't know if I'm gonna do a night stream tomorrow. It kind of depends. If I do, it's gonna be really, really late at night, a lot later than I would normally do it. So if so, hope to see you guys then, and I will see you all in the next stream. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Later, gang.